Guys, hope you're doing good. So in this short video, I want to go over our 4-step process that we use internally to book 15 meetings per day on a single profile. Okay. And what I want to start doing is I want to go back to sharing more, systems, processes, workflows, frameworks that we're currently using or that I'm currently using to grow my business past 6 figures per month. Okay. So for those who aren't aware, my name is Serge Gattari. I run clientacquisition.io. It's a consulting business where we actually build systems and build teams to manage acquisition for our customers. So we've worked with agencies, coaches, consultants. In the last year, I've had over 200 customers, and I've been able to take an appointment setting agency from 0 to 30K per month in less than 4 months, and also took clientacquisition.io, the consulting business, from 0 to over $108,000 per month in revenue in less than 5 months. Okay. So my goal with making these videos is to literally show you what we're doing, okay? And maybe you can be able to use this stuff, go ahead, collect a bunch of money from the market, and then come back to us and, reciprocity, right? Just share a bit of that cash flow that you end up collecting, okay? But let's get into it. So why is this framework so important to be aware of, okay? One of the biggest issues that I see most people have is they literally cannot book 10, 20 meetings per day from Facebook, Instagram, or even LinkedIn to save their own lives, okay? But the reason why they're not good at it is because they're used to someone giving them a script, okay? But a script is literally the worst thing that you can use when you're prospecting to people's profile. Emails, script, wonderful. You can take time to write the best script and you can send it to 1,000 people and it will get you consistent results, okay? But a script, when it comes to a conversation, like, you can feel it even before the conversation starts, okay? So my goal with this process that I'm about to give you, it's an actual framework. I'm not actually going to be giving you guys a script because, to be honest, even my growth team members, like right now we just onboarded 4 or 5 new people as a growth specialist, I will not be giving them a script. Why? Because I want the conversations to be natural, right? And as a business owner, one thing you have to understand is that if you actually have a good service, if you do understand the solutions that you provide to a market, the problems that you solve, then you should expect that every person who understands the thing that you do as well as you do would be glad to jump on a call with you, right? If you can't book calls, it's because you yourself don't even understand what you do. Straight. Like, that's it. Like, there is no, it's period. If you can't book someone on a call, it's because you yourself don't understand your service, your sales argument, the market's pain enough for you to be able to find the angles that make the prospect want to get on a call with you. Okay? Now, let's get into it. Okay? So, step 1 is, by the way, you can use this on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, okay? Step 1 is pretty simple. You need to start a conversation with someone, and you also need to create social context, okay? It's starting to rain, so I'm getting distracted. But you need to start a conversation, create social context instantly, okay? Now, what should conversation starter be like, or be, okay? For me, I have 2 options. It can either be something straight to the point with let's say I help agency owners, okay? For me, I know that the thing that they care the most about is generating more meetings. So if I can either try this out, I can either go the route of being, hey, would you be opposed to me sending you 15 to 40 meetings, 15 to 40 new meetings this month for your specific agency, okay? So I want to actually add a little bit more context, okay? Or if you want, you can start with something really unusual. So you can say something really weird or something that, they're not like something that you wouldn't really expect in order to start a conversation, right? In this case, I'm not going to give you what we use. We use something that's really cool, but yeah, just literally as unusual as it gets, just think of something unusual and just start the conversation like that. What ends up happening, the reason why most people don't get responses is because they use the same boring thing, like, hey, how are you doing? How is your week going? Like, come on, man, you're trying to sell me something. Please get to the point, right? For me, I'd rather you go straight to the point than try to like do small talks with me. Like, I don't have time. If you do have a good solution, please pitch me, okay? But avoid trying to like make the conversation as long as possible, okay? Now, what you want to do when it comes to context, when creating social context, is you want to gather some personal information from the prospect's profile. It could be their business name, it could be where they're from, it could be maybe a recent post that they made on their profile. Just bring it up, okay? And when you're messaging them in that first message, you need to figure out a way to offer something valuable, right? So if I come to you who's watching this video and I said, hey, is it cool for me to add an extra 100 meetings on your calendar this month? Even if you don't like me, you'd be like, well, let me hear what he has to say, right? I want you to find that thing for your niche. If you're in e-com, then it could be, hey, we figure out a process around, 5xing the return on ad spend on your paid acquisition. Is it cool for me to, show you how we can help you achieve this for your specific brand? Right? Like, you want to find those I don't know how to call it, but it's like every single niche has one thing that they really care about. If you can figure that one out, I promise you that you will win. And for me, one of the things that I can suggest that you do, okay, is you can even go on YouTube, right? Look up, no, not YouTube, not Facebook, YouTube. You can go on YouTube, okay? And find, let's say, an influencer, okay? So Josh Snow. Let's say for those who are in e-com, find his most viewed videos, okay? It could be videos or interviews. And then look at the main title of the video, okay? One thing that you'll find out is that there will be a common trend within all e-commerce, which is a lot of people really talk about the same thing and it keeps coming back up, right? And if you are someone who, let's say for me, one of my biggest, I'll actually use my own example, is if you look at my videos, okay? My videos average around 150, 200 views, 600, 400 views, right? But if you come here and look at a few things, if you look at the outreach tracking sheet, 750 views. If you come here and look at Instagram outreach, 1.3K views. If you come and look at the outreach workflow, 1.8K views, okay? And then if you come here, what it takes to book hundreds of meetings, 2.5K views. What this tells me is that a lot of people really care about meetings, outreach in my niche. And this could be agencies, coaches, consultants. So guess what? When I'm starting conversations, I want to focus on the thing that they really care about, which is meetings, more clients. But it's not just more clients, it's like what happens before they get clients, right? Most people believe that if they have enough meetings on their calendar, that they will be able to close customers. So just give them what they believe in. So hopefully this little YouTube trick will help you out, figure out like your market, the thing that makes the market move, okay? And yeah, for me, that's how I figured it out, okay? And if you're my competitor, then you know that you should keep talking about meetings all the time to get people to pay attention to you. I know some of my competitors will probably be watching this video, okay? So step 2, you need to qualify and find inefficiencies. What I mean by this is before you actually give the thing that you offered here, which made him actually made him or her answer, you need to qualify the prospect. You need to make sure that they're actually someone who can benefit from your solution. Okay, so hey, before I provide you with the process around how we're getting X, how are you actually going about solving it currently? Okay, so you actually want to ask them questions to figure out what they're currently doing to solve the thing that you want to pitch them. Okay, why is it so important? Because, and this is the mistake that a lot of people do. They just start a conversation, they do some small talk, and then they try to pitch a call. But it's like, no, it doesn't work like that, because the goal is you need to make the prospect want to get on a call more than you want them to get on a call. Okay? Meaning, if someone jumps in my DMs, okay, and they're just trying to push me to get on a call after like 2 messages, I'll be like, no, I don't want to. But if they try to ask me questions, they actually try to pull from me, okay, and then make an ask, then I'll be like, oh, maybe this guy is actually, you know, he's a smart guy, or it's a smart girl who's actually looking to help me out, okay? So it's the same thing here. You want to be like a doctor. You don't want to be someone who just comes in and just starts pitching stuff, okay? So you figure out how they're currently solving their problem, and then you want to ask them what kind of results are they getting with the current mechanism, okay? And then here, this is where you introduce something new, okay, that you're currently using. You would ask them like, hey, have you tried using this TikTok platform? Have you tried using Instagram outreach? Have you tried leveraging Facebook groups? Have you tried creating higher ticket offers? Have you tried leveraging video sales letters? Okay? And the thing that you ask them, if they've tried it yet, is the thing that you're going to use to try to get them on a call for. Okay? So you figure out what they're doing. Okay? You figure out the performance of what they're currently doing. Okay? Now you have an actual edge because you actually have information about their business, right? And then once you want to limit to 2 to 3 questions, okay? You don't want to go above that because if you don't want to make it feel like it's an interrogation, okay? So you just figure out a few things about their business, okay? Now you stop asking questions, you educate and share proof, okay? So you would go ahead and let's say for me, if I'm trying to help someone, let's say a coach who's just used to just doing outreach and struggle with outreach manually, I'd be like, hey, I'm actually currently using Evergreen video sales letters to convert prospects without having to pitch them anything in Messenger, okay? And then he'll be like, oh, whoa, really? And then I'll introduce a case study like, hey man, I've been able to go from 0 to 67K collected with 1 appointment setter and 1 video sales letter. And he'll be like, oh wow, really, right? So that's when I create curiosity because he's struggling to have the small talk. He's tired of speaking to 50 to 100 people every single day who don't want to get on a call with him. So if I introduce this new mechanism, this new insight, and educate him and share him proof, he'll be like, oh man, yo, how can I learn more? So I create curiosity, okay? When I've created curiosity, now is the time to actually offer a call, okay? And I would go in and say, hey, are you free for a 15-minute chat this week? I can give you a personalized workflow, a walkthrough of our process and how you can implement it, okay? And then you mention this thing. You ask, hey, are you free for a 15-minute chat? I can give you a personalized workthrough, okay, on how you can implement this. And then they'll be like, yes, okay? You don't want to send the booking link immediately, okay? You want to ask permission. Is it cool for me to share with you the booking link? They'll be like, yes. Why is that so important? Is because it's micro commitments. Every time that a prospect says yes to something, makes it more, it's more likely that they'll actually pull through and actually show up for the call. But most people, they make the mistake to start a conversation, get someone immediately on a call, but since that person hasn't had micro commitments leading to the call, well, they're not invested in the conversation. They don't even know why they should get on a call with you. So yes, this you can't be done at scale. You can't be talking to 1,000 people like this every day. But if you have a service where you're selling for $2 grand, $5 grand, $8 grand, $10 grand, $15 grand, $25 grand, you don't need to be speaking to 1,000 people a day to make sales. Okay? Book 5 meetings consistently every single day using this process, and I promise you, you'll be doing 7 figures in no time. Okay? So ask the permission, and then once you send the booking link, make sure that you confirm that the prospect has found a time that works. Okay, you don't want to follow up and be like, hey, are you going to book a call? No, you don't want to seem needy. You just want to ask them, hey, cool, let me know if you find a time that works after sending the link. Okay, so these are the few steps. The most important thing to keep in mind is start a conversation, either go straight to the point and share something that the niche really cares about. How do you find that thing? Look at the influencers in your niche who have YouTube videos and look at the most viewed videos, okay? Find that subject and use it within your outreach, okay? And then, or you can just use something really unusual, okay? Make sure you create social context. Social context, if you haven't looked at, because I've explained it in the program, in the 5-day free program that I've created. If you don't know, if you haven't yet gone through it, I created a program around built over 5 days, going over how to scale and add an extra 50 grand to your monthly recurring revenue. You can find the link below. Just access it. It's free. Like, you don't have to pay anything. Okay, it's over 10 hours of content. Okay, so social context is really important, because people, if they don't trust you, if you're not familiar to their world, they will not answer you. Okay, and then the next thing is qualify first, and then find inefficiencies. Inefficiencies are the thing that you leverage to use it against the prospect. Okay, because if you know that there is a problem within their business, then why wouldn't they want to get on a call with you? It's that simple, okay? Once you know problems and inefficiencies and knowledge gaps between you and the prospect, then you educate them, you show them how this new process, this new mechanism can solve their current issues, and then you introduce a case study in that same message, okay? You create curiosity, and then now when the prospect is curious, you invite them for a call. Never invite someone on a call who's not curious. And if you can't get a prospect to be curious, it's because you're not good at your business, or you're selling something that people don't actually want. Okay, that's, in my opinion, that's it. The day I start, the day, especially if we're in the information age, if you're not aware of stuff that other people aren't, then you will never make money. Because I make money because I know more than other people. That's how we make money. Okay, so you better get to learning a lot of stuff, right? Because that's the only way you're going to be able to book a lot of meetings. Okay, so know a lot of stuff, implement a lot of stuff, and then the call to action is, hey, are you free for a 15-minute chat, personalized walkthrough? And then you stop there, they respond, you ask for permission to send the link, and then you confirm once you've sent the link that they've booked a call. So this is it. Yeah, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'd be happy to look at some of the questions that you guys may have, because this is not necessarily a scripted process. So a lot of you may have questions. Again, my name is Serge Gitari. I run clownacquisition.io. If you ever need anything around scaling, or maybe you want to speak, if you have any questions, reach out on me on Instagram. I'll respond whenever I have the time, or just join our free Facebook group. You can find the link below, where I'll be dropping more gems every single week, every single day. Okay, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.